Hello and welcome to Alumni Stadium for today's coverage of girls varsity lacrosse as your Braintree Womps take on the Ursuline Academy Bears. I'm Mike Wassel here for BCAM TV, and the Womps, after a long layoff due to the school vacation, they get their first test after a long layoff against Ursuline, a team that they were supposed to face early in the season, but it was postponed due to snow. And the 4-1 Womps facing the 3-2 Bears from Ursuline Academy, two teams that have played each other the last few seasons. Certainly not conference opponents, but this is one that Braintree would like to have here today off of a long layoff, but certainly looking to keep on the pace that they've been on. They've really started the season off strong and looking to continue this way as Braintree starts with the opening possession in their home white colors as they slice towards the goal, and a whistle as the Exeter made her way all the way towards the goal, and there was a stick infraction on her way by. Two 25-minute halves for the girls' high school lacrosse as the Exeter makes her way towards the goal, shoots, and that one off the bar. That one hit off the crossbar and bounced right back out as Birchill picks it up. Hands it off for Kelly, and that one saved in net. Glavin made the stop in goal as Birchill shoots and scores. Bottom left corner of the goal for the opening strike here today at Alumni Stadium. Braintree getting on the board after two prior shots wouldn't go. That one did, and Birchill gets the opening strike for Braintree. Just a minute and a half in, and the opening strike coming for the Womps. So this should be a very good game, although Braintree took the commanding one-goal lead right off the bat. Two teams with just about identical records, a 3-2 team in Ursuline versus a 4-1 Braintree team. But that certainly didn't look like a team that's had over a week off, as that one is skipped home to tie it at 1, as is going to be the case for most of the game. You would assume that this would stay close with the caliber of the two teams. So scoring is Kelly. So Kelly nodding it at 1. All right, off the face-off, Birchill wins it, and it's caught by Yaxter, as Yaxter has Birchill ahead. Birchill looking for the shot, it's not there, and now takes it and goes again. Bottom left corner. Both goals have been scored in that identical spot. First Deirdre, and now Libby Birchill. So the Birchill sisters at it again. So important, the face-offs after goals and open halves. It gives yourself extra possessions. And it's really hard to take it away once one team has possession. It really just is either a penalty on one team or just a missed pass. It's all about control and rhythm, as Kelly has some room towards the goal but doesn't decide to take the shot. Right in front, and a nice pass to tie it at 2. Good interior work as Duffy gets her first to tie it at 2. So a high-scoring first 2 minutes and 50 seconds here at Alumni Stadium. This one has the making of a barn burner. Beautiful afternoon here today at Alumni Stadium. Temperatures in the upper 50s. Braintree controls the face-off, but it's quickly taken away by the Bears, and the stick infraction on Burchill. So the clock will run for the duration of the game unless there is a goal or an injury, and of course during a timeout. But a little bit different than the boys lacrosse, where play is stopped pretty frequently. Nice interception down low as Braintree takes it away, and that was more. And Braintree gives it right back as Ursuline looks for their first lead of the game. Beautiful pass in front and a shot to take the first lead for the Bears as they go up 3-2, and that's the second goal for Kelly. And right now, Ursuline has done a nice job on the interior, working right in front of Braintree's goal, shooting high, and right over Devlin. Pair of goals for Kelly and one for Duffy. 3 goals for Ursuline. And for the first time today, Braintree trails with 21:10 to go in the opening half. Burchill right off the face-off, sends it in front and had Kelly open, but the pass wouldn't connect. Now Kelly with the wraparound attempt, shoots and a save. Didn't get a lot on it, and Burchill picks it up, shoots and scores for her second. Deirdre with 2, and Braintree quickly ties it at 3. Back and forth we continue to go. Again on the face-off. The whistle is on Braintree. A few mental mistakes early on for Braintree has allowed Ursuline to take advantage. And Kelly, who has 2 of the 3 goals, has possession right now, and she is quickly swarmed and double-teamed. Very aggressive are the Bears here, sending a lot of players forward. Working it behind the goal, looking in front now, as that one goes off the stick. It was intended for Popkin as she picks it back up. 5 minutes have been played in a 3-3 game. Looking for the shot. It's not taken. Now Kelly with it back up top as she's defended by Burchill, and the shot in front skips home. Back and forth we continue to go. 4-3, Ursuline with their second lead of the game as Thomas gets her first. .19:35 to go here in the first half. Plenty of goals to speak of here in this first half of play. Braintree certainly accustomed to scoring a lot of goals, maybe not so much giving them up. The pass from Kelly to Yaxter behind her, and now the Womps turn it over. And now it's a race up the field. Kelly with it. 18:45 to go in the half. as the defense of Blumenthal driving right by, shooting, and it goes right by the stick of Devlin. Looking for the pass in front. Devlin had vacated the net for a moment, but Braintree picks it right back up, and they're going to work it out. Blumenthal working it all the way to the goal and sends it to Burchill, who puts home the hat trick here in the first half. That really was transitioned all the way back from the defensive zone for Blumenthal, who was whistled for the infraction just a moment before her interception, and she drove that one all the way up into the offensive zone, and Burchill connected for goal number 3 of this first half for her, the team's 4th, and now a 4-4 game. Ursuline off the face-off, winning it and carrying it into the Womps end as Thomas lobs it towards the goal, and there's the infraction. That's going to be on Burchill. No penalty. And now a golden chance for the Bears to again retake the lead. Right now tied at 4, 17.5 to go. The shot, and that one goes wide. That one a good 2 or 3 feet wide on the right post as Devlin guards the cage. Right in front, shooting and scoring right by the helmet of Devlin. Duffy scores her second of the half. And again, the Bears go up by 1, 5-4, with 17-14 to go in the opening half. There's been so many goals in that first half that really hasn't seen this half go by as fast as it usually does. Usually a lot more running time, but obviously with the number of goals scored, that'll slow the game down, just like in baseball. The more runs, the slower the game will go. Burchill comes out of the pack with it. And Blumenthal skips around 2 defenders, now working right towards the goal. Shoots and scores, but the goal waved off. So the goal waved off. And the Womps will have it as Blumenthal looks to score again. This time she does as it skips home for goal number 5 of the half to tie it at 5. So goal and an assist for Blumenthal so far here in this first half of play. Coming up from her defensive position, really creating some offense for this Braintree team, a team that can certainly score goals, but just another weapon towards this artillery that Braintree has on offense. And right off the face-off, it's Yaxter, as Yaxter circles back, waits for some reinforcements, and now looks to go one-on-one. Nice interior move, shoots and scores, as Braintree takes the lead 6-5. That was very quick. It looked like Shaw was the goal scorer there for Braintree, picking up her first. And Braintree retaking the lead 6-5. 11 goals already here in the first half. And we're not even 10 minutes in. So on pace for a goal a minute. So it was Shaw who scored the last goal for Braintree, as I expected. Burchill with 3 looking for goal number 4. Works right through, shoots and scores! Seven goals for Braintree here in this first half of play. They lead 7-5. 4 of those goals coming by Deirdre Burchill. So the infraction against the Bears, the crowd not liking the call for sure. Picked up by the Womps as, again, they look for another. Shot from a distance, and that one caroms off the bar. That one off the left post. But again, Braintree keeps the position on offense. The Womps throw it away behind the goal. That was an unforced mistake. Not something that Braintree has done very often here in this first half. And really, neither team has made many mistakes. It's been an offensive shootout. If you're a viewer, you certainly like that. But if you're a coach, I don't know as much. Certainly like to have that defense being a part of it. And we never know. We might pick up as this game goes on. Maybe the two teams will play a little bit more defensive. As Braintree with a nice defensive play there as Kelly knocks it away. And now Shaw, who scored moments ago, picks it up. Braintree with the 2-goal lead, looking to go up by 3. And the whistle. The largest lead of the game is 2 right now. The largest deficit for Braintree has been just the 1. And towards the goal, and a nice stop in goal as saving that one was Glavin. So Glavin with her biggest stop of the afternoon to keep it a 2-goal deficit. Certainly going to be important. .13:05 to go here in the first half, and Braintree, as they always are, very aggressive. And a yellow card given to the Womps here as Burchill is going to be given the infraction on looks like a shot to the head. With 12:58 to go here in the first half. It's going to be in the box for a little bit. So man-up situation for the Bears. The pass in front, and it's taken away by the Womps. Good defense. A man-down situation, and Braintree comes up with the defensive play. So the defense has ratcheted up for the Womps in their own end. And that's part of the reason why they have this 2-goal lead now. It was going back and forth for a while. And it looks like maybe Braintree's going to try and run some clock and wait to get Burchill back in. Chance in front for Reinhold, who scores. A shorty for the Womps. And Ursuline's going to take a timeout after surrendering a goal with the man-up situation. Marisol Henderson not happy with their team. After they had a goal lead, it's been 4 straight for the Womps. And now it is an 8-5 lead for Braintree here at home. We'll take the timeout here on BCAM TV. We'll be right back.
We must score! Great athleticism by the Lady Womps. Looking for the pylon, and he's got it. Touchdown, Braintree.
Off the glass for 2. Shot from Stimson, and it's redirected in front. Welcome back to Alumni Stadium. 8-5 the lead for the Womps as Ursuline took a timeout. And now play set to resume. And the faceoff will be at midfield. 12:09 to go in the opening half. And Braintree enjoying their largest lead of the game at 3. Finally, good weather for spring sports here at Braintree High School, as all the teams really got off to a slow start due to the rainouts and the early snow that caused some problems here on the fields. So now the schedule out in full force, and the team's responding very well. The baseball team 4-1. This girls lacrosse team right now 4-1 as well. A lot of hot starts for Braintree Athletics. Right out of the gate, looking for win number 5 here today are the girls varsity lacrosse. That one's taken away and picked up in the defensive end by Moore. Moore sends it forward for Horrigan, and it's loose on the ground right in front of her, and the whistle is going to be against. I thought it was going to be against Ursuline, but apparently it's going to be against Horrigan. So the Bears march it into the Braintree zone here in the final 11 minutes of the opening half. Bears trying to strike and get within 2. Right now Braintree comfortably on top, but a goal here would make that lead a little bit easier to overcome. Nice defensive play as Braintree brings it right back out. Horrigan carrying it over midfield. Braintree looking for the pass, and the pass is delivered, but it's bobbled, and the collision results in a Braintree possession on the whistle against Ursuline. Braintree has the numbers forward. Look to use it as Birchall wide open in front. The pass is there. The pass is shot, and the goal is created by Birchall, her 5th of the opening half. Beautiful setup right off of that whistle. Braintree had the numbers, and they certainly took advantage. That was pretty much like a one-timer in front, if you want to make an analogy to hockey. Which isn't any surprise that all of these athletes here play multiple sports, or at least most of do. A handful of these players for Braintree play on the girls hockey team. certainly building chemistry that is evident here on the field. Burchill fresh out of the box. And now it just trickles wide. 10 minutes to go in the first half. And Braintree up by 4 goals, 9-5. Oregon setting things up offensively. And now Braintree's going to work it around the outside. They're going to swing the ball behind the goal. Has Burchill there, and it's caught by Burchill behind her own goal. The attacking goal, that is. As Braintree moves it quickly. Oregon sends it right in front. Kelly shoots and didn't get much on it. I don't know if that one fell out of the heel of the stick, because that one really wasn't shot with much force. There was a glittering chance for Braintree to double their lead and go up 10-5. 9 minutes to go, right on the dot here in this first half. And now with a little bit of speed moving forward as Popkin sets things up in the Braintree end. That one knocked away by both Moore and Devlin, but and again Braintree carded for a shot to the head. So Boyle gets the card for the shot to the head. And now a chance on the man advantage situation. Braintree did score shorthanded last time. And Ursuline looking to creep right back into the game. Down 4, and the biggest stop of the game for Devlin. Ursuline was first to it, so Devlin's going to have to stay in that spot. And she's out of her own goal. This is going to be a bang-bang play and should be a goal. And Ursuline doesn't convert as Devlin gets right back into the goal. That was a golden chance with the net empty. Certainly a helpless feeling for Devlin in goal, knowing that she can't get back in her crease. Now the wraparound attempt, and Devlin makes the save as she's starting to figure out where the shots are going to be going. Ursuline was shooting high in the first 10 minutes or so, and they've continued that trend. And Devlin's made a pair of stops in the last few minutes that have kept Braintree with the 4-goal lead. 9-5 with 7:20 to go here in the first half. Again, the whistle on Ursuline as Braintree again will have another chance in the attacking zone with 6:45 to go. And now a little bit more of a delay as another referee comes over. This one works actually in Braintree's favor, just really running some clock. So the penalty has expired to Boyle as Braintree back to full strength. Final 6 minutes of the first half as Yaxter works it into the attacking zone and hands it off to Shaw. Braintree has pretty much possessed for the last 2 minutes or so most of it was due to a stoppage and the referees really just shuffling the players around, as that one intended for Horrigan, it didn't connect, and it's loose in front and finally picked up by the Bears, who have really been on the heels the last 10 minutes or so, as Braintree has really come on strong after back and forth start to the game. Braintree creates the turnover, and they will have the ball on the good side of the field, the attacking side. Kelly looking to circle the goal. Nobody comes back to attack her. Now she sends it open, wide open in front for Yaxter, who goes high over the helmet. And now Braintree has a 10 spot here in the first half. Yaxter with her first. 6 different scores now for Braintree here in the first half, showing that they can play as a team for sure. A lot of the high school teams, especially the better of the teams, have multiple players that can score, and that's exactly the case here for this Braintree team. You can certainly see a difference in some of the games where you'll see some players score 6 or 7 goals and the rest of the team really only just maybe 1 or 2. But this Braintree team can do it all. And again, this one has been an offensive slugfest from the beginning. So the goals have been coming in bunches for this Braintree team. Whistle against Ursuline. Just 4:10 to go, as the clock has really moved over the course of the last 5 minutes or so quickly. We've seen a timeout in this first half. That came from the Bears after they saw a 1-goal lead turn into a 3-goal deficit. So a 4-goal swing there. And now Braintree up by 5. A lot of movement in the attacking zone. Braintree looking to storm up the middle. The perimeter kind of clogged, as Braintree looks to get it towards the slot. Horgan had it knocked away, and it was picked right back up by the Braintree Womps. Kelly with it behind her own goal. Final 3 minutes. Picked up by Kelly. Kelly shoots, and it was deflected on the way through. Tough pass, and it's picked up by Blumenthal. That was not a really good pass on the Ursuline side, and Blumenthal going in all the way to goal again. And the second time that Blumenthal has gone coast to coast. But she did score last time, right off of this identical situation. Looking for her second of the half, and the 11th goal for Braintree to go up by 6. Blumenthal has it knocked away, and a big defensive stand there for Ursuline. And another bad pass here in this first half, as it's been sloppy play for the Bears after they've gotten down. Final minute and 45 of this opening half, and Braintree right now enjoying a 5-goal lead. Ursuline would certainly do well to get one before half, trying to chip into this. Nice transition out of the defensive zone as Burchill, and that was a tough pass to scoop up, but Braintree able to regain possession as Yaxter comes back to circle the wagon here in the final 60 seconds. Shaw working all the way to the goal, and she was checked with the stick. Play stopped. The clock stopping as well, as now it restarts here in the final 45. 40 seconds to go in the opening half. Braintree up by 5. 10-5 here at home. Looking for their 5th win in 6 tries. Shaw wraps around, shoots, and tucks it home. Kelly gets her first goal of the game. And now 7 different scores for Braintree here in the ball game. Just 33 seconds left in the opening half. If you joined us late, this was a close game back and forth for the first 8 minutes or so, but then Braintree really took over, and now they enjoy a 6-goal lead. A lot to talk about at halftime for head coach Henderson's team, as Ursuline has seen what was a close game and now could be even more distant as Burchill shoots it wide, looking for her 6th goal of the opening half. Not sure what her record is for goals in the game in lacrosse, but she's certainly approaching that mark. And there's still a half to go. Yaxter shoots and goes high over the stick of the keeper and into the goal, as the goalie has now surrendered 12 here in the first half. Yaxter with her 2nd of the half, and just 19 seconds to go, and now a 7-goal deficit for the Bears as Braintree has really poured it on. Final 2 seconds here as Ursuline's not even going to get a shot off. And the horn is sounded as the half comes to a close here at Alumni Stadium. A 12-5 lead for Braintree here at home, and a very impressive first half of play, highlighted by 5 goals from Deirdre Burchill. 5 other goal scorers here in the first half for Braintree, as the Womps enjoy a 7-goal lead after 25 minutes of play here at home. We'll be back for second half action after this. We're going to take a quick break. Welcome back to Alumni Stadium as Braintree enjoys a 12-5 lead after half a play. Mike Wassel here for BCAM TV, and Braintree will be going from left to right here in the second half as Ursuline wins the opening face-off. 25 minutes of action left here today at Alumni Stadium, and Braintree comfortably on top. Let's see what kind of energy the Bears come out of that first half with. After back and forth we went for the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then Ursuline really just slowed down defensively, and Braintree just took it right to them, scoring a ton of goals, including almost 3 or 4 in the last 2.5 minutes or so, that really put this to a nice, comfortable lead. It was 9-5 for a while, but then Braintree scored 3 late ones and now enjoy a 7-goal lead. Here in the opening 45 seconds, the shot, and that one just goes past the post as that one was going high again, labeled for the corner, as Devlin has kept that stick up there right at the top half of the goal. That's where the shots have been coming. The defense holds as Horrigan keeping her stick right in front of the attacker, limiting her view as the pass connects behind the goal. Ursuline with a lot of possession in the Braintree end, but nothing going in towards the goal yet. The only shot they took went wide. Now looking for the pass in front, and Kelly scores. She's been their go-to player here in the game as she cuts the deficit to 6, 12-6. So Kelly has 3 of the 5 goals. Or rather, 3 of the 6 now, as they've scored. So 3 goals for Kelly, 1 for Thomas, and 2 for Duffy, the 6th that the Bears have, as Burchill right off the draw goes right in towards the goal, and the whistle before the shot was taken. A goal here for Braintree would extend it right back to that 7-goal lead. And Burchill will have the chance. Burchill will shoot, and she will score her 6th of the game. Glavin hasn't been able to come up with too many saves here in this game for the Bears. It is very tough as a goalie in lacrosse to come up with a lot of stops. Obviously not much gear that you wear, but right now Braintree scoring on pretty much all their shots, as they have 13 already here in this first half and just about 2 minutes into the second half. Up by 7 and possession, and that one shot towards the goal and saved. That was going wide. Shaw back defensively, and Burchill challenging just shy of midfield, looking to get possession back for her team. 6 of the goals for Braintree coming off of her stick, and now Kelly, who has 3 of the 6 for the Bears, has possession, and that one's knocked away nicely in the defensive zone by Reinhold, and now Horrigan looking to pick it up, but Duffy does for Ursuline, looking for her 3rd goal of the game as she wraps it around in front, shoots, and scores. Short side. Three for Kelly, 3 for Duffy, and the lead is back down to 6, 13-7 here with 21:50 to go in the ball game. Ball caroms up in the air off the draw, and it's into the stick of Horrigan, and Braintree with numbers ahead, going 4-on-3 up the field. Defensively, it's knocked away and picked up. Heffernan knocking it away defensively for the Bears as they go dangerously in front of their own goal, as Kelly gives chase. And now onto the stick of Kelly. Birchall comes all the way back into her own zone and wins the possession for Braintree. Sign of a great player coming back defensively from that forward position or the midfield position. Play resumes with 20 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the game. Braintree with the 6-goal lead, looking for another goal to double the lead. Kelly shoots it wide, but Braintree first to it. Horgan in the right spot at the right time, looks for the shot, shoots and scores. Eight different scores now for Braintree here in the game as Horgan gets her first. "20 minutes on the dot left here at Alumni Stadium. Braintree again up by 7. The Bears looking to pressure Braintree in their own end, and that creates a turnover as a Womp player falling down, and that was Boyle who fell down, giving possession right back to the Bears, and they throw it away. And now it's going to be a loose race to the ball. The battle won by Ursuline just along the sideline, keeping it in play. A little bit of sloppy play the last minute or so on both sides. Nice pass in front, a shot and a goal as that one bounces home in between the legs of Devlin. As Popkin scores her first of the game. Errant pass, and that one doesn't roll out of bounds, so it stays in play for Ursuline. Looking for the cutting Kelly in front, goes over her head, but it's picked still up by Thomas as the Bears look to be going on a man-up situation. It looked like there was going to be a card shown, but I guess not in this situation. Referee thinking otherwise. Thomas shoots, and Devlin comes up with a stop. But Ursuline stays in the zone and knocks it away from Devlin as she looked to clear it out of her own crease. Thomas. And now Kelly looking in front, and it's intercepted by the Braintree defense as Norton brings it all the way out and gets interfered with and goes down. Youngster with possession for Braintree, slowing it down on the offensive side. And a tough pass to handle as Kelly does a nice job to pick it up. Goes in front, shoots, and that one goes off the post, it looked like. I don't think Glavin got a piece of that. Goes directly off iron. As Yaxter goes right towards the goal, shoots, and before the shot, a whistle. Yaxter towards the goal, and it's deflected away and held by Glavin. So Ursuline holding in their own end as Braintree keeps the pressure on, knocking it right back and getting possession. Mazzeo doing a nice job to get possession right back for Braintree as Kelly keeps it and brings it back. Birchill looking for possession as she switches spots with Kelly. Ursuline seeming to key in here in the second half on Birchill, who has 6 goals in the game, 5 of which came in the first half. 15 minutes to go and another whistle. Shot, and Yaxter scores her 3rd of the game. And Braintree again adding to their total. 15-8. Back up by 7 with 14:49 to go in the game. Scooped up by Birchill at midfield as she has Kelly ahead. Kelly looking for the shot, won't take it, but there'll be a whistle anyway. It'll be Kelly going one-on-one, shoots, and a save and goal, this time by Glavin, as that one was bounced in towards the goal. Mazzeo looking in front for Birchill. Birchill shoots and scores. Goal number 7. here of the game for her, and the 16th for her team. And Braintree again doubling their lead, 16-8. Off the draw, picked up by Braintree in their own end as Boyle was interfered with, and it will be Braintree possession. Final 13.5 now, as Braintree has been comfortably on top since pretty much about the 10-minute mark or so of that first half. They've been up big, and now they've now scored their 17th, and that was Birchill again with her 8th, and Ursuline's going to take a timeout with this one getting now out of hand, with Braintree up by 9. 13:27 to go, and the Womps with a 17-8 edge here at Alumni Stadium. We'll take the break and bring you back the remainder of the game after this. Welcome back to Alumni Stadium, 17-8. Braintree with the lead here at home, looking for their 5th win in their 6th game of the season, and Ursuline in danger of dropping to 500, 3-3. Face off at the Braintree B at midfield, as Ursuline wins the draw. Thomas with possession for the Bears. Right in front is Duffy, as she scores her 4th goal of the game for Ursuline, as they cut the deficit back down to 8. So coming out of the timeout, they're able to create an immediate goal. So Braintree with the offsides gives the possession right to Ursuline, who had scored moments ago, and now has an opportunity for 2 quick ones after the timeout taken by head coach Henderson. Duffy shoots, and that one goes right into the glove. The catching stick of Devlin. Really watched that one all the way through, from the shot into the webbing of her stick. And now Reinold bursting up the field here in the final 12 minutes. 11.5 to go, and Ursuline really has to start forcing Braintree, try and turn it over, make them move it quicker, because the Wumps really in no danger of just running some clock. Oregon works around, and again the whistle on Ursuline, and Horgan will have the chance just outside of the penalty area here with 10:45 to go in the ball game. Chance for her second of the game and the 18th for the team. Shoots, and there it is. Going low between the legs of Glavin and goal. And Braintree now has 18 goals. .10:32 to go. Bears with it here in the final 10 minutes. Boys varsity lacrosse waiting for this one to end so they can get their game underway as they're making their way, looks like, behind the football field. Moore moves it and sends it over to Blumenthal, who picks it up at midfield. Blumenthal fearless on her way through the attackers. Final 8:30 to go here in the first game of our doubleheader. The shot in front by Blumenthal is knocked away, and it's loose behind the goal, where it's picked up by Shaw. Heffernan looking to make it to midfield. Before that, it's picked right up by the Wumps as they run some clock here in the final 7:45. Duffy looking for somebody in front, and that one was knocked away. And now it's going to be picked up by Norton. Right along the sidelines. Tough pass to handle. But Duffy comes back and picks it up. Just 6.5 to go. And another infraction this time against Braintree. A lot of whistles here in this game. Shot and a stop by Devlin. Handful of stops here in the game for Devlin. Approaching 8 saves now. And now she has it knocked away, and she's going to have to get back into her crease as Duffy looks for another goal and another save for Devlin, 2 in the span of 30 seconds. .540 to go, and Braintree up by 9. Looking to get to that 10-goal mark, which would keep the clock going for the duration as long as it stays over 10. Wide open in front is Norton, and her shot just goes wide. That one went off the outside of the net, it looked like. Maybe not even getting a piece of the strings. Just 4:45 to go now. As Braintree gets goal number 19. A 10-goal lead for Braintree, and the clock will continue. So the Womps will be moving on to 5-1 on the season with a convincing win here today, and Ursuline will drop to 3-3. Certainly a good win for Braintree here today, a convincing one at that, after a very long layoff during the school vacation, which is a little bit surprising due to the fact that the boys team actually had a tournament going on, which they were a part of last year, the Charter Cup, and they had 3 games to play. Baseball team had a couple games during the week as well. As this one goes out of play, it'll be a Braintree possession. But nonetheless, this team is in very good shape, certainly for a postseason berth, but at this point, more importantly, showing what they're made out of early in the season versus getting to midseason form at the halfway point. They're already there pretty much now. And this is certainly going to be a team that can score a lot of goals. And now the question is going to be sustainability. .240 to go as the Bears work it into the attacking zone. Looking in front as the pass is loose, and now the shot is skipped in. As Kelly scores her 4th, and now the lead is 19-10 with 2:35 to go. Off the draw, Braintree first on it, and it's picked up by Horrigan. Sends it forward looking for another strike late. As Daly scores her first of the game and Braintree's 20th of the afternoon. Again, doubling the lead 20-10 here in the final 2 minutes of the match. This one never in danger after about the 10-minute mark. This one had the making of a close game for about, give or take, the first 8 or 9 minutes where the teams alternated goals, but then Braintree just really went on a rampant run. Led this one convincingly by 6 at half, and now they lead by 10 here in the final 90 seconds. And now a penalty awarded to Ursuline, again for the shot to the head. Ball loose along the boundary, and it's going to roll out off of the Womps. Final 45 seconds here at Alumni Stadium in Braintree, up by 10. Final half minute. Womps with the possession. One more strike as Reinold gets her second. Reinold with 2. As the game closes out, as the Womps win 21-10 here today at Alumni Stadium, picking up another win, 5 wins on the season with just 1 loss. And the Womps win convincingly here today. 8 goals for Deirdre Birchill to lead the team. 9 different scores for Braintree here in the game. The extra had a hat trick for the Womps. Horrigan with 2, along with Reinold with 2, including that last one there in the final few seconds. So Braintree closes out a very nice win here today against a Ursuline team that now drops to 3-3. So for the final time here at Alumni Stadium, for Mark Chavis, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.